Okie dokie. Looks like we're good. We're live. Everything seems to be running smooth. Hydration. Hello, everyone. And Rui here, and I'm back. It's been a while since I've been back, though. So, yeah. I don't want to go too deep into it because a lot of personal stuff, but to to make a long story short, the little trip I took that was planned, certain events that happened during the trip ended up causing a lot of strain that took an emotional and physical toll on me that I've been kind of recovering from ever since. Heck, about a day or two after I got back, I ended up picking up a little bit of a cough that's been lingering since then. And it's really annoying when you get one of those little kind of lingering coughs. So, yeah. Trip started out nice, but had a certain threshold point where, pardon, things kinda went and, well, like, let's just say it went a lot worse than it possibly could have gone. So, yeah, it took me up until now to get to a point where, okay, I feel like I'm far enough in my emotional and physical recovery to where I can get back into this. I need to get back into this because doing all this, the streaming, sharing the experience with my friends, people who come into chat. It's something that I like, and I think is really helpful to me and my mental state. So, yeah, I was gone for a bit, recovering, and hopefully, with this, I'm just gonna keep getting better and get back on track. Heck, I even already have an idea for a new game that I can start picking up to fill in the hole on Fridays. A game series I've heard a lot of, but never really played before. But that will have to wait until the next Friday stream. Tonight, we are returning to Bioshock Infinite. And because it's been a little while, I don't remember 100% where we left off. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the main story before having the opportunity to go into a DLC, so, well, let's just see where this all ends up going. So, Comstock House. Okay. Let me see here. Oof. In pretty rough condition. Low on salts, low on health. Oh, wait, that's
insanity. What proof would you have that Mr. Fink would hurt the Lutesses?
The Lutesses told me.
The Lutesses? When?
Okay, gotta remember, ADS is the right stick, not the left trigger. Well, that doesn't look somewhat intimidating at all. Pull the lever. Oh, crap! Well, that started off well.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
Okay. So,
Stop it! Stop it! Don't hurt him! I'm sorry! I'm sorry. I never should have left. I never should have left. Take me back. Take me home. Please.
Elizabeth! I gotta catch up to her.
okay. Okay. There's a lot of lightning out here.
Come after me if you want. I'm not letting you take her, you hear me? Oh, you piece of shit! I'm not going to...
I can't see a thing. What the
Snow. It's July.
hell?
Elizabeth! Can you hear me?
Okay, some more salts. Good, good.
Get your hands off of me! Just take me back to my tower. Please, please.
What's that? What the hell?
Some men dream of money. Some men dream of love. My father dreamt of a flood of fire. We were given Eden, and we turned it into Sodom. Why do we deserve salvation? The Lord gave Noah a fish in the form of a flood, but he was not so easy on me. He said, "Prophet, I want you to train a nation of fishermen."
Right. Yep. Accidentally hit the button. Okay, so... Move some things to raise my salt some more and my health.
What are you going to do to me?
As, you know, could stand to heal up a little. What the... Health kit. Thank you. Uh-oh. Ooh, lolly.
Damn it! I gotta find a way in. I hope I don't have to go all the way up to the warden's office to get in.
Knowing your luck, Booker, it's probably just that.
Listen, I just want to see the girl. Where are those? Doesn't matter. I just gotta get to the warden's office.
What is this place? Just send me back to my tower.
It's too late for that now, child. Your father gave you a lovely home, and you chose to destroy it.
He's not my father.
I suppose the siphon is a kind of leash. Yes, my father put it on me. But when the time came, neither did I remove it myself. What would happen if I took off the leash? And I found I was as obedient as ever.
Okay, so that looked like that was the last voxophone. Which also means I can probably change my gear to the one to where I don't have to worry about getting more money from picking up voxophones. So let's see what options we have. So, really hope this cough goes bye sooner rather than later, because it is so annoying. Let's see. Ability. A chance to autofill without reload is nice. So, either a chance to light the targets on fire with a punch, or a chance to auto-reload. I think auto-reload, since I haven't been using the punch that much. Though I could go with a punch one if I put this one on to have melee kills give me health back. Although this one feels like it could be very useful too. When revived, recover full health. Oh.
Like my father, I could see all that would be, might be, and must not be.
As much as I like my shoddy sniper combo, I might have to look into getting another weapon. Especially considering that Elizabeth is gone and can't restock me. Because I am kind of critically low on ammunition. Okay, carbine. Okay. You'll definitely do. where we cleanse, where we weep.
Our minds are born.
Yeah,
festering
61
with
out of
sin.
60 for eavesdropper.
Some are so blighted, they will never find redemption. The mind must be pulled up from the roots. My children are without blame, without fault, and without choice. For what is the value of will when the spirit is found wanting?
Ah, the heater. This should do nicely. I miss the long-range capabilities of the sniper rifle, but I need stuff that I got full ammo on. Hand cannon. And I think I'll stick with the heater. Of course, now you're giving me shotgun ammo.
Child, would you like to pray with me?
You're hurting me. Please just let me go.
We're going to cure you.
I'm not sick.
Your spirit is. All I ever wanted was to see you live up to your potential.
I know that nickname and Aeonor's kept on warning me that this place is super racism, but still, ugh. Why is every time I hear some of the stuff that these people do, I just feel like I want to gag a little. It's just, ugh.
I'm Dr. Pettifog, Elizabeth, and I'll be taking care of you.
Get away from me.
Defiant, even after all this time. DeWitt just left you here. You need to give up on him, love.
He will come.
Oh boy. In for another fight. Could I actually try to stealth? Like I've got a stealthy bone in my body. Come on. Turn the other way. Ooh, pistol has a lot more ammo than the heater does. I think I'll be going with the pistol then. Okay, just go from the turn back the other way.
The specimen needs to be destroyed. We couldn't even hold her in that tower, and now the prophet... For the lamb? His heir? If we modify the procedure, we could... It would be safer for everyone. It would seem an accident.
I actually managed to stealth there. Ah! Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, this isn't too bad of a loadout. Still gives me the close range and long distance coverage. All right.
You're not eating, love. Is something the matter? You'll need to eat sooner or later. If you hold out for DeWitt, you'll just starve to death. Come now.
That guy is really underestimating what I'm capable of. And for that matter, just how stubborn I am. Let's leave this here since, you know, full on salts for the moment.
And what did the Lord receive in return for his gifts? Eve and her apple, Sodom and Gomorrah. Humanity wrote a bad check, and the blood was the only way to settle accounts. For what is Columbia, if not a different arc in a different time?
child is ready. It's time. Prophet, even if we cure her, why do you think she'll do what you ask? My daughter has two problems, Doctor. One is the condition that science will cure her of. The other affliction is of a spiritual nature. What affliction is that? Hope.
Oh, hey, nickname. Welcome.
Welcome, Nick. Good to hear from you again.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, yeah, I've been on a bit of an unplanned hiatus because the trip I took, while it started off pretty well, there was a period where things kind of went bad. That took a bit of a emotional and physical toll on me that I've been since I got back. I've been just in recovery mode from. Not wanting to go into super deep detail because it is still kind of a personal matter.
Fair.
But yeah, because about a day or two after I got back, I ended up picking up a little cough that's been lingering since then. So that's been.
I feel that.
I mean, technically speaking, it's not the first time I found myself, especially when spring rolls around, getting a cough that likes to linger for an unwelcome amount of time. But it doesn't stop it from being any less annoying. And yeah, it just pisses me off that I just heard Comstock refer to hope as an affliction.
Oh yeah, Comstock is not a good guy.
I mean, you're saying you're trying to create a utopia, but isn't correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it one of the most famously known phrases to describe hell being "abandon all hope, ye who enter here"?
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to create a utopia without hope, you're not trying to create a utopia. You're trying to create hell.
Yeah. Or utopia for one person.
You still expect the wind to burst in and rescue you, don't you? It's been 6 months.
6 months.
Six months.
When you got reality bending, timey wimey, wibbly wobbly stuff going on, why not have it you being out of commission for 6 months and not realize it?
Of course.
Could pick up a shotgun again, but how much ammo do I have for it? Not a lot. So as I love my shotgun, I'm gonna have to stick with the weapons that I've got ammo for, which is right now is what I was able to find, the pistol and the carbine.
Hey, Magus.
Hello.
Welcome to the adventures of Bukadine.
Back up. Okay, how am I just gonna sneak by this one? I actually managed to sneak by the last one.
Oh, I didn't even got to the Boys of Silence yet.
Yeah, I had two of them I didn't sneak by because I didn't realize that was an option.
Funny you say that. That's the main way you're supposed to deal with them. Not good. They're meant to be this is what we call a stealth section.
Well, I didn't realize that until section number 3.
I like
Oh
it.
boy, you're in the hospital, aren't you? Also, hi, my lawnmower didn't want to start, so I have been delayed in my mowing of the lawn by about an hour.
Hmm.
Hey, MT.
Okay, change that to 30-ish minutes. Yeah, about 32 minutes.
Nays met the boys of silence.
I see.
Four stealth sections. Yay. Ooh, piece of gear.
Love that. Love that sudden shift in tone.
When out, ooh, health or salts. When out of salts, you will use health to cast vigors.
To be fair, I notice you're more of a weapon user than anything.
Wipe away the dead. But in the end, he
So,
is the one who'll have
the
to pay
item you
down
just
all
got
of our
gives you
accounts, won't
more
he? Where
vigor,
does his guild start?
Indeed.
Mine end.
but it's a pair of pants.
Hey-oh.
Hmm.
Yep, instead of tonics, you've got pieces of gear.
Yep.
I see.
It's
And
a good thing the pants fit.
I still have yet to find the equivalent of the booze hound tonic yet.
You don't need you to relapse into alcoholism. No, I'm not letting that joke die.
Yeah, I'll screw that noise. That with the booze hound tonic, I can make it so my body actually positively processes alcohol.
Yeah, Booze Hound is really useful when you're playing the Bioshock 2.
Doesn't Booze Hound just heal you or something?
It makes it so
No.
when you drink booze, instead of it reducing your Eve, it restores your Eve.
No, I don't like how that
Yeah.
Comsec mask eyes
I
glow.
thought the booze gave you Eve at the cost of health.
Nope, other way
Nope,
around.
that's cigarettes. Booze gives you health and at the cost of Eve, or cigarettes gives you Eve at the cost of health.
Oh, I mixed up. Yeah, I mixed up the cigarettes with the alcohol.
That's why Booze Hound is one of the best tonics, because you just find a bottle of whiskey. Oh boy, free healing and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why parts of the section when I was playing through the game I would get wobbly screen.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Ah, yes, another supporter of Nay's alcoholism. I don't know why I'm just picking. It's like a Nay as the Big Daddy in Bioshock 2. But yeah, don't worry, Eleanor. Daddy just needs a special juice.
I mean, in that case, for Daddy, it is special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, at this point, I'm starting to think there isn't an equivalent to the booze hound tonic here. Or if there is, I have not found it.
days pass, I believe less in God and more in Lutece. My powers shrivel as my regrets blossom. All of this because my father failed me. By the time I realized how far I'd gone, it was too late to stop it. But there is still one last chance at redemption for both of us.
To be fair, you don't really need as much when you have Elizabeth, considering remember Elizabeth is like, hey Booker, catch.
Yeah, it makes combat a lot easier.
There's a reason, as that one song says, Elizabeth really is the best damn wingman to ever don a dress.
Oh, yeah. Dan Bull, specifically.
Yep, I'm glad you knew exactly which one I was talking about.
Yep. I just had to think about it. I was like, hang on, I know that line.
Ever since I've heard that I realized that is 100% accurate.
I gotta admit, it does feel good to be back doing this again.
Back fighting the super racism.
I mean, streaming in general.
Well, I know that, but
There's the switch.
it is nice to have you back.
Mm-hmm.
What I've done cannot be undone.
Oh, this part.
I
I think this might be the part I think it is.
what I have put in motion.
And yes, I know that doesn't help saying that out loud.
I can keep it from ever starting.
I just happen to speak out loud sometimes.
Was my first hope. And now, he is my last.
You know, I really wish they had voice for the voxophones and stuff,
Should be
or
able to head
subtitles.
downstairs and get to Elizabeth now.
Yeah, but for whoa, fuck, son of
That's
a bitch!
So I was right. It was that moment. Yep, that was that moment
Which moment is it?
when where you turn around and there's a void of silence behind you.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Oh, I specifically remember that part because that was the moment. Like I'm just like, alright, I did it. I'm like, son of a bitch, where did you come from?
Show some spine.
The funny thing is, they did like the exact same damn thing to you, and I think it was the first Bioshock in Cohen.
Or they get your attention and then they go, sight behind you.
Yeah, like all the statues, and you're like, I guess these are just statues. You grab your thing, you turn around, they weren't all statues. Pretty much.
Okay, I just looked at a list of all the gear you can get, and there is none that have the same effects as Boo's Hound from Bioshock 1 and 2. Yeah.
See, they wanted to ramp down on alcoholism.
However, there is a shirt that you can get that causes enemies to drop salt toward you 40% of the time.
Good.
Salt.
You must stop evil Elizabeth.
Okay.
I think I remember seeing a med pack back here. Yes, I did.
Okay, look it up. Blood to salt. Where do you get this? Location. Random.
Of course.
Thanks, Wiki. That is so very helpful.
Okay, I'm a bit stocked up on shotgun ammo again, so I can shift shift back to the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and my boomstick.
Indeed.
Shop smart.
Tomorrow
Shop
the
S
leash
smart.
comes off. Because all of this has to end. But even if I destroy the siphon, will I be strong enough to see all the doors and open whichever I choose? And if I bring him here, who is to say that he would be any match?
You know, personally, like I said, I know Vigas take a lot more or a lot more item and stuff to make and stuff, but I'd much rather use a Vigor than a Plasmid because I don't want to have to stab myself with a big ass needle.
Makes sense. I mean, I feel much the same way you do, because I do not handle needles well. So having to just shoot myself up every time I need to refill my Eve or to just gain a new plasmid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I will give Prey the much harder glare. Prey knows what it did.
Original Prey or not Prey? Prey.
The new one, the Bethesda one.
Ah, the one that they just.
I know there's the one that you really like, though.
Yeah. I would love to stream that game, but.
AKA Mimic Simulator.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I ever want to stream the 2006 Prey, the one I like, I'm going to have to see about running an emulator because I don't have my original 360, and I don't think I don't think I've got anything that can really play it. So I'd have to do some kind of a workaround because it's not exactly something that is gotten a lot of support in the intervening years.
Maybe there's a chance it's backwards compatible on Xbox?
I don't have an. I don't.
Or did you already explore that?
I don't have an Xbox that has a disk drive.
Well, if it's backwards compatible, there's a chance you can buy it. Give me just a sec. Prey 2006.
Napa. God, ever since watching people play Outlast,
it's backwards compatible.
Cool. Ever since watching
Sorry,
right.
cut you off.
Yeah, it's fine. Ever since watching people play Outlast or something, those little furnaces always give me flashbacks. If you know the scene I'm talking about. Yeah.
I mean, what can I say? I'm sorry. The original 2006 Prey is a really fun game as far as I'm concerned, and pretty underrated.
What? It's a tear. What is it? Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question is when.
Lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
Pieces. Totally not creepy.
Wait a minute.
The lunatics are running the asylum.
20, 2006
Listen to
phrase
me anymore.
that strange
All I can do
Chinese,
is
not
watch
Chinese, Cherokee
as what I set into motion
alien
slides
game.
into its terminal stage. It took all I had
Mumble
left
this.
in
This
me
book
just
had
to
a whole
bring me
bunch of
Elizabeth,
things about it.
I don't understand. I heard you screaming. I was coming to get you. Are we?
here. Take my hand.
Yeah, I'll still give the new Prey a test if I can, one, A, get my hands on it, and B, actually run it, because potato rig.
Potato.
I mean,
Haters.
one thing I've been trying to do is trying to see if I can use streaming via the Xbox app to stream games from my Xbox to my PC, but I've been having trouble getting that to work. For example, trying to run it to Discord. Whenever I try and stream it that way, and I exit out to try and start the stream on Discord, it just minimizes and makes the thing disappear from the feed that I can send to Discord, so I can't get to work right with full sound and going.
You might need a capture card for that. However, I know with Xbox you can stream to Twitch.
Yeah, but at the same time, streaming to Twitch, that also means I can't use my avatar.
Oh, that's true. You do lose a lot of that.
Which is why I need to have it going to my PC so I can use my avatar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, technically, using the Xbox would be similar to the plan that was just asked to me of having a gaming rig and a streaming rig. Letting my potato be focused on the streaming portion of it, and the Xbox playing the role of the gaming portion of it, handling the processing of the game. Which would open up so many venues for games that I would love to play but can't play otherwise. Because potato! But, yeah. I mean, heck, there's one game that I could potentially play and stream that, on Xbox that I can't play on PC, mostly because I've been trying to troubleshoot to get to work on PC, but it just keeps crashing. And what game is it that I'm talking about potentially playing? KOTOR.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, because that is a classic game, and I would love to revisit it, but can't play it on PC because why do you keep crashing? I keep on going through every single angle. Okay, try doing this to fix it. Are you fixing it? Crash. Try this. Are you fixed? Crash. Try this. Are you fixed? Crash.
I remember hard modding mine to have 1080p cutscenes. I think it took up almost as much space as the game.
Hey.
But the game's kind of small, so it's not like it's another 100 gigs worth, like modern games.
Yeah, that's always annoyed me.
Speaking about Prey, looks like the 2017 version of Prey is on sale.
Really?
For 80% off.
Holy.
But only within the next 42 minutes. Well, not 42 minutes, 42 hours. Read the correct numbers.
Yeah, it tends to help.
Holy crap, Elizabeth, you look like hell.
The seed of the prophet shall
You
sit
speak to all ladies like that?
and drown in flame the mountains of man.
It's supposedly been 6 months, but it looks like it's been 60 years with how her face looks.
Wasn't the torture that
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, right.
wasn't the
Indoctrination. It was time. Time rots everything, Walker. Even hope.
I was coming.
Songbird. He always stops you.
Yes, but I would find a way.
No. It's too late for me. I brought you here for your sake. Yours and hers. Here.
Yeah, Songbird's basically like a super big daddy, if in a sense.
What is this?
It's for her. She'll know how to read it.
What does it say?
It's advice.
Advice on what?
How not to become me.
And you're not wrong.
Mhm.
There's a good reason for Songbird being basically super big daddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean those silence guys, those handymen.
1912. Before she... There's still time.
They just don't have that same feel of threatening presence, like, oh shit, I'm in trouble, as the big daddies did. Songbird, however, yeah, it's got that evolved big daddy vibe.
And you don't even go one-on-one with it all that much.
And there's a very good reason why this is. But I think you need to get to Burial at Sea to find out that information.
What are you doing to her?
Yes.
Let her be!
Yeah, it was at Burial at Sea.
What's the expression? Day late to the dollar short.
I gotta get in there. Maybe if I shut down those machines from upstairs.
Can't we give her something to quiet her down? The prophet says half the procedure is pain. When the body cries out, the spirit listens. Do you hear that screaming, DeWitt? That is the sound of your interference. You have led my daughter into temptation.
She is not your daughter!
But trust me when I tell you she
As much as I liked Incinerate's, just snap and they're on fire thing, I just love the thing that Devil's Kiss is like this. Toss, just like, here, have a ball of fire.
I mean, it's basically a grenade.
Yeah. I also love how you can charge Vigors. I always found that, like, useful. Set traps and all that.
Oh, great! I'm hearing what sounds like Geiger counters going off.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
He shut down one of the generators. If we don't sedate her, he shuts down the other one. We're not sedating her.
Oh, I spy an essence. Levels. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Give me more health. Now, how do I get into this office? Oh, that's that door there. I need to get Elizabeth back in order to pick the lock.
Oh, I was literally just going to look it up, and then you found the solution.
Okay, as much as I like my shotgun, I'm tempted to get this crank gun in a whirl.
Yeah.
Anti-am, it's a twister!
Elizabeth, I'll be right there!
Well,
I got you, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. You ready?
Just do it. Help me with this.
I think someone meant for you to have this.
What is it?
Just read it.
A dream of New York. Happens. It's me. I'm the one who...
She's given us a way to get past Songbird. We're gonna find an airship and we'll leave
Booker.
Paris, Elizabeth. Remember, you wanted to go
We're
to...
not leaving. We are going to find Comstock.
Why?
You saw what he turns me into. I will not allow that.
And so what, you're going to kill him?
This is where you start moralizing, Booker. You forget. I know you.
I'm not going to let you kill her.
Really? Okay. What are you going to do to stop me?
Not a damn thing. Because I'm gonna do it for you. How to find the prophet.
Comstock's Zeppelin is outside. The hand of the prophet, it calls it.
When did you learn that?
I've been here for a while.
How long?
Long enough.
Can you help me out with this lock?
Comstock got what he wanted from me. But he is not gonna have long to use it.
Okay, that's health infusion number 8.
The procedure should help immensely with the issues we've had with the girl. Once the device is implanted, any effort on her part to alter the state of things will emit a most painful electric shock. Pavlov made a dog salivate. We'll make this one weep.
Oh, you Comstock, you bastard.
You want to take a look at this?
Sure thing.
I mean, he's a bastard for a lot of reasons.
It's done. This doesn't make any sense. Everything here is a cipher that I understand except for this symbol. It's a cage. Did she say anything about this?
No.
The hand of the prophet.
Look! It's the hand of the prophet. Comstock's flagship. I've got to find a way on board.
Stay here. I'll handle this.
We're doing this together, or I'm doing it alone. Either way, I need to know the thing's been done.
DeWitt, you struggle against prophecy like a stone loosed from a sling. How thrilling to launch, how breathtaking the apex, and how terrifying the descent as gravity drags you down into the inevitable.
Okay, let's see what kind of upgrades I've got here. Let's see. Cannon.
Protect your women and your treasures.
Elizabeth, a little help?
No problem. Ready.
What's that sound?
Look! Take cover! They must be duds.
Those aren't duds. They're...
Look around you, Elizabeth. I built all of this for you. You are my heir and my blood. And what has DeWitt ever done for you? To him, you are now what you always were. A means to an end.
Come on.
Ammo! Take it! Here you go!
Appreciate it. After it! Hurry!
On it!
Go ahead.
There you go! Bottle salt! Take it!
That'll do.
Ooh. There we go. Now, exploration. Yeah, man, the crank gun definitely helped with those Patriots.
Indeed. Remember, possession's always useful too. Which is weird because I never used it much in Bioshock 1 and 2.
And I gotta clear out all the enemies in the area before I can do any lockpicking.
Booker, look. This shuttle that can take us to the hand of the Prophet.
Okay, I think that might finally be all of them. Alright, let's get inside this locked door.
Think you can pick this?
Oh, this won't take long at all. All done. What's that?
Can you open this?
I'll give it a whirl. Got it. You hold on to this.
My brother has presented me with an ultimatum. If we do not send the girl back from where we brought her, he and I must part. Where he sees an empty page, I see King Lear. But he is my brother, so I shall play my part, knowing it shall all end in tears.
Okay, now, let's see, let me see. Now to spend some spend some of this money on some upgrades for the Vigors. Okay, we have 2 upgrades for Undertow, 2 for Return to Sender, 1 for Shock, and 1 for Charge. Brief invulnerability on attack and recharges shield for Charge. Shock increases stun duration. Undertow, we've got double the effective range and increase the number of enemies that you can pull at one time. And Return to Sender, we have adds the ability to absorb and collect ammo, and increases the shield duration.
Oh yeah, that's useful.
Yeah, increases the duration and decreases the salt costs. Which one? Which one? Always a quandary. I guess we can get both of the ones for Return to Sender. Okay, how much do we have left? Enough to get the second one for Shock. And I think we might have enough to get get both of the Undertow ones, leaving just just the charged one left to upgrade.
That looks nice.
That's right. So yeah, just you get enough saved up to get charged aid, and then that should have all of my vigors fully upgraded. Let's take a look. See. Yeah, just missing the one. Then I've got all the vigors fully upgraded. And I can then focus my money into getting the rest of the upgrades for the weapons. Which I think... perhaps the RPG next. That or the hand cannon. Save the volley gun for last. Then I could... What was that?
Oh, I was just being a dork.
Ah. Then I can move on to onto the Vox Populi weapons. Oh, Undertow can grab up to 3 enemies now. Anything else in here? Looks like that's it. Whew.
This ship is set to return to the hand of the Prophet. I am awaiting your order to proceed. Right you are. We depart to the hand of the Prophet.
Do you think it's possible to redeem the kind of things that we've done?
Redeem? I don't see much use in that.
Okay. Are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
Over there! It's Comstock's men. They're coming out to meet us.
So if you're ready for the final battle, or the final run. Basically the obligatory, okay, now you get into the long fight.
Big. Y'all fighting good here.
Another gunship on the left. Look, it's the Vox.
power, we can just fly this thing to Paris.
Just drop me off if you want to. This isn't your problem, Booker.
I won't abandon you.
You wouldn't, would you? Look! There's skylines all over the surface of the flagship. They're covered with those motorized Patriot pods.
Well, that must be where they're deployed from. I wouldn't go near those lines while those pods are in place.
Comstock is at the top of the ship. Let's head up.
Look into West, child. There's something about him that you just can't put your
The
finger
hand
on.
of the prophet.
Soon you'll understand the man I am and the man he isn't.
I love the turrets in this game compared to the other one because I just like how they look like a little person on a turret. And that guy has no head no more.
Decapitation.
Got my Shy Snipes combo back.
Now.
You bet!
Shotgun, meat face.
Are you ready to deal with the prophet? Well, actually, now thinking about it, after this, you still have the DLCs.
Yep.
Assuming you have them.
Yeah, we'll find out in a little bit. It would seem.
Indeed. Bolt. And it's a good thing candy bars are ash-proof, or fire-proof.
Okay. Let's take a look at the weapon upgrades that we have for just to see what options are out there for once we got some coins saved up again. For the RPG, we've got damage boost, clip increase, Damage boost 2. And projectile speed. Not bad, not bad. Hand cannon, we have reload speed. Damage. Damage again. And recoil. Lastly, the volley gun, clip size. Damage 1 and 2, and explosion radius. And for the other weapons, seeing plenty of things, the damage 1 and 2, recoil, reload, radius, ammo, clips, and spread.
Need money? Look, a hatch leading to the next step. The damn thing's bolted from the other side.
There must be another way up.
Alright, make sure we thoroughly explore, because...
Booker, those skylines lead up to the next deck. If we clear the line of those pods, we could use them to gain access to the upper decks. There's no way up from here.
Looks like the only way we're reaching Comstock is over the skylines.
Okay, it looks like the limit for the loot. At least for this section.
This should clear up.
I have seen the seeds of fire that will prepare the Sodom below for the coming of the Lord. But it will not be I who carries that banner over them. That job falls to you, Elizabeth. That job falls to you.
Skyline is clear.
Follow me!
On one side of our land stands the false shepherd, and the other, the remnants of the heretical Vox Populus. Which one of you men will not gladly go to his reward to see her safely to her destiny?
Do it!
Done.
Rejoice! Rejoice! Death has no sting!
There's the launch panel.
Let's get those pods off the lines.
Of course, as always, before we do that, search for loot.
The upper deck access is blocked. The only way up is this front.
That's a surprise.
Grab that lockpick. We found some money. Want it?
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Loot, looking for the loot.
Need some help with this.
I can do that.
Ooh, lockpick.
All yours.
Now, what treasures lie in this locked room? Aha! Gear. I'd say that was a nice little find right there. Oop, another locked door.
It's locked.
Looks easy enough. It's done.
Our contraption shows us the girl is the flame that shall ignite the world. My brother says we must undo what we have done. But time is more an ocean than a river. Why try to bring in a tide that will only again go out?
All right. Let's go.
Flat cannon, Booker!
Something's wrong.
Why are they dropping so slowly?
I don't know.
That's 1/4 of the pods ejected.
That's all?
Lanes are clear.
Up we go.
Who strikes you down to it? But you've always had a knack for self-destruction. Who's to say you won't beat me to the punch?
One more deck. Let me take care of this on my own.
No, I'm going with you.
Booker, I'm pretty sure she's dead set on being a part of this, so let's just make sure we're the one who deals the killing blow.
Comstock is one deck up in the Prophet's cabin.
Okay. Closing in on him now.
Do it.
Great handyman.
Looks vulnerable, doesn't it? You bet! Ammo bunker! His heart looks vulnerable, doesn't it? Bleeding! Bunker, catch!
That'll do.
That's all I have.
Whew. Let's see. Ooh, new boots, tunnel vision. Aiming increases damage by 25%, and hip firing reduces damage by 25%. So, definitely a good piece of gear if I actually try an ADS. All right. They are making me fight for every bloody inch.
We can take that skyline to the Prophet's cabin. You hold on to this.
Stone, that's what.
Okay. Quick little backtrack to go and make sure I top off my salts.
You've come to wipe your slate clean, false shepherd. But time will walk backwards before you find redemption. Some sins can't be forgiven.
Comstock, would you kindly shut the fuck up?
This is my tower. What's this? Siphon.
I saw this thing. I could hear you singing from above. And the machine came to life in response.
And then in my mother's grave, there was a smaller one. They were draining me. Maybe that's why I can't. When I was little, I used to be able not just to open tears, but I could create new ones. To anywhere I wanted to go. And the tower.
Yes, I'll be right with you.
Stand back. I'm ending this.
Booker, no. This is between me and him.
You are walking into a trap.
I need to do this.
Come here, child. Oh, come on, I don't bite. My, oh my, how you have grown.
Tell me, what am I?
Look at you, child. You're a
Hey,
mess.
let go of her.
Elizabeth, everything I've done to keep you safe.
Safe from what?
The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. But the archangel revealed something else. Beware, prophet. Beware the false shepherd, Booker DeWitt. For he shall be as a wall between her and destiny.
Why?
DeWitt, I'm a fool. I've sent mighty armies to stop you. I've rained fire on you from above. I did all of that to keep you from her, when all I needed was to tell her the truth. Ask him, child. Ask him what happened to your finger. Ask DeWitt.
Let go of me.
Ask him. Ask the false shepherd. Tell her. Tell her, false shepherd. Tell her the truth.
My hand.
Tell her. Tell
Please
her
let
about
go.
her finger.
She's your daughter, you son of a bitch! And you abandoned her! Was it worth it? Huh? Did you get what you wanted?
Booker.
Tell me!
Booker.
Tell me!
It is finished.
Nothing is finished!
Booker.
You locked her up for her whole life!
Booker.
You cut off her finger, and you put it on me!
Booker, stop it! You killed him. What did he mean? Huh?
You tell me, what did he mean about my finger?
I don't know. I just assumed you were born with it. I don't know.
Your nose. It's bleeding.
What? Elizabeth, I swear to you, I have no idea what he was talking about.
You do. You just can't remember it.
No. I'll prove it to you. I'll destroy the siphon. The answer's behind.
Now here's the thing, I know it's been a while, but do you remember what the nose bleeding
It's the entire
represent?
tower, Booker. How are we gonna do that?
I don't know. But I'll think of something on the way.
You know, it's kind of, I'm not sure what the right word is, ironic, or it's kind of fitting that you kill him in a communion pool, I think. 'Cause he's so religious.
When a soul is born again, what happens to the
Is that
one
a
left
raccoon?
behind in the baptismal water? Is he simply
Kind
gone?
of looks like it, yeah.
Or does he exist in some other world, alive, with sin intact?
Got a lock, needs picking.
Cage. Cage, what is it?
Now what?
What is she trying to tell us? Cage. Cage, I'm missing something.
They said they knew what was best for us. They said they knew what was coming next. Did you see this coming, old man?
Okay, we
Did
gotta
you
get
see
ready.
this coming,
I think they mean to board us.
You ain't gonna place your daughter on the throne. We're gonna place her in a grave.
What are you doing?
We have to sing to him.
Sing to who? Elizabeth, stop it!
C-A-G-E. It's not a word, Booker. It's a song.
I just love how quick Songbird's like, hey, I hear my jam, what's up?
I need you.
God,
to
I always
protect
forget
me.
how
Do
big
it.
Songbird
Do
is.
this for me. Just this one last thing. Please. Go. Booker, he'll help us. We can use him against the lost fleet. Rocket, Booker.
Okay. You can now command Songbird to attack enemy threats. Aim at the highlighted target and press X to start the attack. Larger targets will cause a longer cooldown.
Booker, tell him where to go.
There, the gunship! There's no way out!
You took this shit. This place before you down.
Booker, gunships.
Get ready!
Bring down that gunship.
There's more, Booker! Over there! The box!
We need this thing to make it to Monument Island. Much obliged. That way. Now!
There you go! Zeppelin!
The Zeppelin.
Here! Ammo! Sorry, that's all I've got.
Come on.
Booker, Songbird's ready.
Get the gunship!
Catch!
Here's all the things.
No, no, no.
Ay, 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 ay.
Booker, rockets. Booker, tell Songbird.
Hit that gunship.
Booker, gunships.
Get ready!
Booker, the barge. Booker, Songbird's ready.
Here, Bird.
Booker, over there, the box.
We need this thing to make it to Monument Island.
Mr. DeWitt, you're hurt. Tell me where to send him.
Attack that gunship.
There's more of them.
What they got? Just an old man telling tall tales and lies about how they better and deserve to treat you this way. And what we got? Only the truth, brothers and sisters. Only the truth. I can read the future too. And here's what it is. They plan to fight.
Ammo, take it.
Today, we'll fire the land.
Songbird's ready.
Right there.
And call Songbird and Booker. Now!
Beg for Dad.
You thought the streets were paved with gold, but they are paved with blood.
Do it.
All right.
Hey, hey, yeah, this is a bit of a bloody gauntlet.
And your tears will become
Of course, you're in the final countdown.
Zeppelin!
Zeppelin, Zeppelin,
We
Zeppelin.
see, we see a Songbird.
The Zeppelin now.
Here you go! DeWitt, I think there's more of them.
know, it was nice and all, Elizabeth, but Booker really needs to go ahead and get desperately.
Sorry.
Just a bit.
Do it.
On it.
Oh, I mean, there's a med kit thing right there you can have her pop up.
I don't like the looks of this.
Alternate reality.
You know, I wouldn't mind playing Bioshock 2 in VR.
Here, ammo. Sorry, that's all I've got. Songbird is ready. Booker, he's ready.
The Zeppelin, bring it down.
Destroy the box. Blimp. Wait, I just said blimp. God damn it.
I'm looking for more.
Yeah.
Ammo, take it. No.
You know, the one thing I like about the Bioshock games is they actually have a canon answer for what happens if you die, you know? Like, why you just come back, you know?
Ay, ay, ay.
Try possession at times.
Rockets over there. Booker, tell Songbird.
Hit
where
that
to go.
gunship.
Booker, over there. The box.
We need this thing to make it to Monument Island.
Booker, gunships.
Get ready.
Booker, Songbird's ready.
should I send him?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. It's good to not be limited to Utonics.
Zeppelin!
The Zeppelin, bring it down.
I don't have anything.
Tell me where to send him.
Attack that gunship.
I don't like the looks of this.
Do it.
All right.
Patriot!
He's ready, Booker.
Send him there.
Stop.
Stick to it. I think there's more of them. I can call Songbird and Booker.
Go for the Zeppelin.
Take this ammo. My eyes open for more.
Catch, Booker!
Thanks.
Started the game in Bioshock 1 and 2 with only having 2 tonic people, 2 plasmid slots unlocked. Then you can unlock more of them later.
Assaults!
Have a total of 5, I think.
Songbird's ready, Booker.
It's been a long ass time since I last played Bioshock 2, so I might not remember it correctly. know for a fact that was more than two.
Here, ammo. Booker, catch.
Great.
Yeah, that's why. That's right.
It's in the way.
Did you, man? That's why I like playing Bioshock 2. It's that whole Big Daddy, if you were wielding aspect I enjoyed.
Need these salts? That's all I've got.
Which brings up the question now. Broken would usually he had the same accessibility as the other two protagonists in other Bioshock games.
I think I did it. Oh. Ah, crime and Nitley. That was... Oh. Sorry for kind of dipping on paying attention to chat. I was just so focused on trying to get that done that I just... Oh my goodness.
Booker, come
Yeah,
here.
don't blame you. It got pretty intense there.
Ah!
Look, you can use the songbird to bring the whole damn thing down. Destroy the siphon.
And that's what you want.
It's the only way we'll find the truth. Got my finger, Comstock, everything.
Yeah, thanks to Feature Man, because... Yeah, that was... Ooh. That was a rough one.
Tear it down. Tear it all down. The Whistler! Elizabeth! The bird, Elizabeth! I lost control! He's coming!
No, he isn't.
Where is he? Where is he?
It's okay. It's all right.
Are we in Rapture?
Here. Just let go.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry. What is this place? Elizabeth?
It's a doorway. One of many. This way.
You mean it's a doorway?
We are in
Where are you
fucking
going?
rapture.
Oh, come on. Yes, it's this way.
What Comstock said about your finger. Is there an answer here? Do you?
Yep.
Down here.
The games are connected.
Is this the same spot where I came in Bioshock 1 where I picked up my first plasmid? Because
Yeah.
yes, I recognize this spot because I remember getting my first plasmid, getting fucked up by it, and then going and collapsing over this railing where I got my first glimpse of a Big Daddy.
Yep.
Jumpin' Jiminy! Oh,
And you find more connections, and well, there's a reason that the DLC is called, you know,
Burial at Sea.
You go back to Rapture.
This is where we have to go.
Why? What is going on? Elizabeth, what do you mean this is a doorway?
The Vita Chamber, the Bathysphere. Ah, jeez, I can.
Nostalgia.
Picking up the radio and having that first. Would you kindly get out of that Bathysphere?
Would you kindly go the fuck back to where you came from?
Oh my!
Kindly go to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch.
I love that boy.
Probably gonna regret this.
Oh. No, it's National Bubble Tea Day. I don't really care. Oh wait, that was yesterday. No, wait, is that today?
Ridiculous.
Yes, that's today.
What'd you miss, MT? I'm back in fucking Rapture! Making basically the opposite trip of when I first came here.
To be fair, I came back at the same point too, and I'm like, oh, hey, you got to that point. I was wondering when you were gonna realize the games were connected. In more than just name.
Thousands of doors. Opening all at once. My God, they're beautiful.
The stars.
Because you remember the tears are holes in reality and all that. They can go like anywhere.
Come on. Come on, it's this way. Come on.
You realize going to the lighthouse?
Are you going to open it?
It's no good. Damn it.
There's
I thought
always
once
a
we were
lighthouse.
here, I could fully control it. I thought
Indeed.
What is that?
it's a key.
Where did it come from?
It's always been there. I just couldn't see it.
That is a gorgeous night sky, I will say that. And a beautiful moon.
I figure, I guess, how dare you son of a bitch take me back here?
Doors.
Doors to...
To everywhere. All that's left is the choosing.
Okay.
What are all these lighthouses? Why are we... Who are...
There are a million worlds. All different, all similar. Constants and variables.
What?
There's always a lighthouse. There's always a man. There's always a city.
How do you know this?
I can see them through the doors. You, me, Columbia, Songbird. Sometimes, something's different. Yet the same.
Constants and variables.
Yes. Exactly. We swim in different oceans but land on the same
Hey, look,
shore.
it's you.
It always starts with a lighthouse.
I don't understand.
We don't need to. It'll happen all the same.
Why?
Because it does. Because it
Always
has.
starts with a
Because
light.
it will.
There's so many choices.
They all lead us to the same place. Where it started.
No one tells me where to go.
Booker. We've already been.
It sounds like I might need to consider going and playing the Burial at Sea DLC when all is said and done here.
Oh, totally.
And if I don't have it, I'll need to pick it up.
Hmm?
Wait a minute. I know this place. I was here 20 years ago, right after Wounded Knee. I was looking for...
Come on now, time's a-wasted.
Why were you here?
Are you ready to have your past erased? Are you ready to have your sins cleansed? Are you ready to be born again? Take my hand.
No, I don't want to.
You already did, didn't you?
Are you ready
The
to be
Pinkertons.
born again?
I am.
Do you hate your sins?
I do.
Do you hate your wickedness?
Yes.
Do you want to clean the slate, leave behind all you were before, and be born again in the blood of the Lamb? Jesus, wash this man clean. Father, make him born again. Lord,
stop it.
What are you doing to it? Get off me! Get off! Son!
You didn't go through with it.
Think a dunk in the river's gonna change the things I've done? Let's get out of here. Hey, look, these doors of yours, they're all tears, right? We'll open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be shut of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead!
No. He was here. This way.
And what of my
We have
debts?
to kill Comstock.
Bring us the girl.
But Comstock is dead.
Wipe away the debt.
This is the man
Or
who
is
hired me
he?
to find you.
Really?
Yes.
I mean,
The girl for the debt. Wait, this is wrong. What is this? There's no baby. I remember. No, there was no baby, and if there was, I sure as hell wouldn't give it over to this guy.
Booker, you don't leave this room until you do.
Do it. Time is running short. Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
Oh.
you getting it now?
Go ahead.
No.
You can wait as long as you want. Eventually, you'll give him what he wants.
How do you know all this?
I can see all the doors, and what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, I see him.
Comstock. What choice do I have?
The debt's paid. Mr. Comstock washes you of all your sins.
Do you know what the symbol on his hand means now?
You recognize that guy?
I recognize the guy, but
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
You remember
There was no
what your
baby.
symbol on your hand
The
is?
deal was,
A false
I go to
prophet?
Columbia to get you.
it was AD if I remember correctly.
What's D stand for?
Remember.
You, what's your character's name?
We've upset him.
I don't expect this next bit to do much for his wound.
Come on.
Booker DeWitt.
Mm-hmm. Just remember that in a moment.
What are we doing here? Comstock's dead. We can just go on with our lives. You don't need
Dead? You mean like Chen Lin? Like Lady Comstock? No. He is alive in a million worlds. It's not over because the Prophet is dead. It will only be over when he never even lived in the first place.
Sorry about that.
Alright.
Hey, the deal's off, you hear me? The deal is off! Give her back! Give her back!
Fine, are you mad?
No, you will not get caught between. Come!
Give her back, you son of a bitch!
It's ready. Go!
No! No, no,
Shut
no!
down the machine!
No!
Shut it
Anna!
down! Shut down the
Anna!
machine! Now do it!
Give me back my daughter! No!
Mm-hmm. They found out the baby's name.
Anna! No. No. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Anna DeWitt.
Uh-huh, that's what the AD is. I've been waiting for that moment, too.
She's gone. Anna's gone. You shared this room with your regret for almost 20 years. Till one day, a man came to you and offered you a chance at redemption. A chance for us to live together.
I told you it was wrong.
So we already know it works. The question is...
Anna.
You suppose he branded himself as some sort of penance?
Sure.
Don't see the point. What's done is done. What's done will be done. I suppose the brand is his hair shirt, as he is ours.
Wipe away the debt. Use the girls. Wipe away the debt.
See, he's starting to put his story together.
I'm quite fond of this theory of yours.
He's manufacturing new memories from his old ones.
Huh? The brain adapts.
I should know. I've lived it.
Booker, wake up. Booker, wake up. This is where it started.
To your credit, you did try to weasel out of the deal.
This is all Comstock's fault. What if I went back? Killed him before he did any of this?
Things get set in motion.
How would one know how far back to go?
That's the only way to do it. Go back to when he was born. And we'll smother the son of a bitch in his crib.
Oh, yeah, this is getting.
Yeah.
Booker, are you sure this is what you want?
I have to. It's the only way to undo what I've done to you.
Booker DeWitt, are you ready to be born again?
Why are we back here?
This isn't the same place, Booker.
Of course it is. I remember.
Are you ready to leave behind all
You're
that
not.
has gone before? Wipe the slate clean.
Who are you?
You chose to walk away, but in other oceans, you didn't. You took the baptism. You were born again as a different man. It all has to end. To have never started, not just in this world, but in all of ours.
Smother him in the crib.
Smother. Before the choice is made. Before you are reborn.
And what name will you take, my son?
He's Zachary Comstock. He's Booker DeWitt.
Both.
Timey-wimey.
A little more complicated, timey-wimey. This involves transdimensional.
Transdimensionally, wenchily.
And that's it.
Yep. Now all that's left is burial at sea. I need to jump off. I need to go and run to town real quick. Talk to you guys later.
Take care. Thanks for coming.
So,
Welcome.
what did you think?
Okay, now that we've gotten to this point, I can say, the thing I was spoiled on was the fact that Booker and Comstock were the same person. But
you didn't know that Elizabeth was his daughter?
That I did not.
Yeah, that's why I told you to take note of the birthmark on the hand, you know, AD. Gonna do it.
Oh, ay. That was a bit of a ride.
Yeah.
Which was peppered with that oh my god, that was so freaking intense thing on the blimp. So, yeah, that was quite the experience. Wasn't quite expecting to end up back at the back in Rapture, let alone the very first place I ever saw in the Bioshock series. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my yay. I love the sounds of a barbershop quartet.
Totally.
A good one is just its own special kind of magic. Okay. Yeah, don't need to risk copyright stuff with the music there, so... So, yeah, that was Bioshock Infinite. So, once this thing finishes loading, I'll check and see what I can find. And see whether or not I need to actually go and pick up the Burial at Sea DLC. Clash in the Clouds, Burial at Sea, Episode 1, Episode 2. What's Clash in the Clouds?
I think it's just like a survival type of thing.
So kind of like those combat
Protector trials.
Yeah, like the trials in Bioshock 2.
I think so. Give me a second, I will,
Yeah, featuring saying in area mode. So, yeah, it's sounding like similar to the trials in Bioshock 2, so... Looks like... I have the option to play the missions, so... It looks like I'll be able to actually play Burial at Sea.
Sweet.
Oh, Arena. Just a little typo there. So, yeah. So, I'm thinking that next time around we'll hop into Burial at Sea.
Part 1.
So, yeah, depending on how long the individual episodes run, we could potentially get another 2 streams out of this, then we've finally finished the Bioshock series. The obligatory, we need to have an arena mode, MT says.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think after this, yeah, could definitely stand to, have a little break, because that was a doozy.
Yeah, not wrong.
Yeah. 2 or 3 for at most. Well, I guess we'll see how things go then. But for now, we're getting close to 3 hours, so a nice healthy stream length. And yeah, it's just been good to get back into things. It felt really good. Yeah, actually felt like that little cough was kind of dying down for a little bit in the middle of it until I started getting a little bit more stressed towards the end with that combat. Whew! This has been good. I'm glad I finally got to finish Bioshock Infinite, experience the whole thing. And yeah, them just taking the whole... just... basically having that... So basically that fight on the airship is just the final battle and just a bloody gauntlet, and the rest of it is all just victory lap and just them just dumping a whole bunch of lore on you and just breaking you. But yeah. So it sounds like from what little I know and understand, Burial at Sea, we're going back to Rapture proper.
Indeed, twice. Because Burial at Sea takes 2 parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that will be next week.
Indeed.
If I can keep this up and go on to the next scheduled stream, next scheduled stream should finally be getting back to Tale of Two Wastelands, which means it'll be high time for me to finally break out of the Enclave prison, and then Friday will be, if I can get to work right, a new game that I'll be picking up and starting. Whether or not I go through the whole series, we shall wait and see.
Yeah. So it's always worth a shot for something new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All I'll say is, because I want to keep it a surprise for those watching. I mean, those who are in the stream server. I've already talked about it, so you guys know what it is. So don't spoil it. Let's keep it for a surprise for Friday. All I'll say is that it's a game I've heard a lot of people talk highly of, but I've never touched myself before.
To be fair, neither have I. You know, like I've only heard good things about it.
Yeah, good things about the characters and some of the crazy mini games you can get up to in the game.
Well, very much so.
game that is both pretty serious and pretty silly all at the same time. Beyond that, my lips are sealed. Ooh, but that is going to be it for tonight. And I want to thank everyone for coming by with me, coming back off of the unplanned hiatus. Thanks to Magus for joining the call, though he's sorry I had to leave. Thank you, Nickname MT, also for joining the call. And thank you, Fiji Man, for joining in on the chat and hope you all had a good time. And thank you to anybody who came by to just watch. I hope you enjoyed yourselves as well. And I'm not gonna raid anyone tonight. Just gonna wrap it up. But it's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah, I think I needed this. So.
Yeah, I'm glad. It's always nice talking to you. Mm-hmm. Well, I meant, like, talking, not, you know.
Mm-hmm. Until next time, everyone. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.